Peace, peace, peace. This is your boy Juice Warner, and this is, hold on a minute here, Politics as Usual, Old York Gritty, with your boy Juice Warner. And don't forget to check out my book, Street Skillsy, Knock 'em Out the Box, as well as supporting the channel by going over to some Junkies Apparel and getting you some apparel. All right, hold on a minute here. Let me sit back and relax. All right, hold on. I really didn't, okay, we good. All right. In this, I want to talk to you about the devil's religion. Now, I'm not finished with hypnosis or any of that, the mesmerism by a long shot. But, it is, the weekend, the holidays. So I wanted to add this in, considering the fact that I'm going to have to address it regardless, and so, like I said before, I had covered the tublicane part, right? And inside of covering the tublicane part, I did not address the other part that I'm going to get into today. Right? And I kind of did it on purpose because I wanted to just focus on one part of it. I didn't want to forgive me. I'm over here, breaking up my weed. This right here, we got some, what is this again? This is not the Sam Squash. This is 50 Shades of Grape. And this is by Mephisto Breeders, right? If you're a grower and you're looking for different strains, check out the different breeders. I find them to be good. Next, I'm going to be going over to Fast Buds because there's a strain, this, I think it's called Purple Lemonade. But I ain't going front. Just the look of the buds alone is enough for me to want to mess with them. And they've been getting good reviews, so why not? All right. Forgive me, I'm over here just breaking this down before we get into the business. All right. Make sure my clock is running so we can take out little breaks. All right. Give me them. I don't like doing this with y'all for some reason. It's like we smoking together. Hold on. All right. Break out my Bluntvilles. Anybody who know me know I don't fuck with the Dutch masters. Worse enough, we already dealt with enslavement by the Dutch. I'm not going to turn around and call you my master. You know what I mean? And, some people have addictions, so we not going to make them the master of what we became a slave to. For those who have that problem. You know what I mean? And everything, you're supposed to be liberating yourself. So let me just get this ready, and then matter of fact, we can slide over to the other screen now. All right? The devil's religion, the wicked practice of Judaism and Freemasonry. That's what the title is. As you can see, I made my little thumbnail. So I think I'll be doing it like this as well, like probably adding my thumbnail into the talk per se. All right. I'm over here just, getting my greenery ready. And so we're going to talk about this religion and how, it's not a religion, but it's a religion, Freemasonry. Right? So we going to get into all of this, you know. Oh, forgive the little ticker down there. I didn't change it. Pardon me here real quick. I like to do this. I don't know, for some reason, it's just what it is. If you don't like this part, come back in like 10 minutes. That's all I can tell you on the matter. You don't like it. You don't want to be a part of the squad. You don't want to be a part of the puff puff passing squad. Come back in 10 minutes. That's all I can tell you on that. 'Cause here we roll together. So let me do this. Let's see. I can add the whole thing in there. Just have a nice little puffy yell. All right. Spread out the greenery. Have a nice, decent burn. All right. So we got that ready. Scrape some of this over here to the side. And now we can get into this show. All right. All right. So let's slide down over here and get into this. Let me keep my clock in sight. All right. So a request came in for me to address the Jews. Well, it was the funny dressing black Hebrew Israelites, but nonetheless, the Jews. Right? I took this off of my page on Facebook. So this is just like a copy and paste, but I took it from other places anyway. So I'm just reading what I was saying. Right? It goes, so the only way for me to really address the Jews is to address their two-sided approach to worshiping God and the devil. And so while we've been arguing over the Bible, we were overlooking those who use the Bible against us. Right? So we're going to get into, and Lamech took unto him two wives. The name of one was Ada, and the name of the other Zillah. Right? Now that's Alpha and Beta. Alpha, and Omega. Right? A to Z. Right? And Ada bare Jabal. And he was the father of such things that dwelled in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother name was Jubal. and he was the father of all such as handled the harps and organ. Zila also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artifact of brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Neema. Right. So, I pointed these arrows there, as you can see. So, Tubal-Cain. All right. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for y'all. All right. All right. So it goes. Tubal-Cain, or Tubal-Cain, is a person mentioned in the Bible in Genesis 4:22. Known for being the first blacksmith, he is stated to have as a forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. A descendant of Cain, he was the son of Lamech and Zillah. Tubal-Cain was the brother of Neema and half-brother of Jabal and Jubal. No, Jabal and Jubal, right? When we say Tubal-Cain, remember we are saying two balls in a king. It is a play on words, but wait, there's more. Oh, much, much more. All right. Now, when we look at Tubal-Cain, we also see, right? You have a grand lodge. There's many I just pointed out. I just pointed anyone. But, all over the nation, you got Iowa, Tubal-Cain, father of Smithcraft Freemasonry. Tubal-Cain, father of Smithcraft, right? Genesis 4:22. Neema, demon. From Wikipedia Free Encyclopedia, Neema, or Naama, Hebrew, pleasant, is a demon described in the Zohar, a foundational work of Jewish mysticism. She originated from and is often conflated with another Neema, sister of Tubal-Cain. Conflated means, you can't even tell them apart. It's the same damn person, Tubal-Cain. According to the Zohar, after Cain kills Abel, Adam separates from Eve for 130 years. During this time, Lilith and Neema seduced him and bare him demonic children, who became the plagues of mankind. She and Lilith caused epilepsy in children. Now, I want y'all to remember this, because anybody who's been with me, right? We've been covering, crowd psychology, and inside of that, they use, epilepsy as being the reason for crime, right? Saying that this was, like a link. So understand, remember when I was telling you then how it's connected to something else, and I'm going to get into it. So we will constantly be back and forth on this in order for this to sink in and understand what's being said, right? In another story from the Zohar, Neema and Lilith are said to have corrupted the angels Uzzah and Azazi, right? The text states she also attracts demons, and she is continuously chased by demon of Apharia and Questimon. every night, but she leaps away every time and takes multiple forms to excuse me, and takes where we got every night, but she leaps away every time and takes multiple forms to entice men. Right? All right. She makes sport with the sons of man and conceives from them through their dreams from the male desire, and she attaches herself to them. She takes the desire and nothing more. And from that desire, she conceives and brings forth all kinds of demons into the world. All right. So this is the tactic. Right, hold on a minute here. Let me put that back. All right. Boom. All right. It goes. She makes sport of the sons of man. You hear this in the Bible, right? And conceives from them through their dreams, from the male desire, and she attaches herself to them. She takes the desire and nothing more. And from that desire, she conceives and brings forth all kinds of demons into the world. And those sons she bare from men visit the women of mankind. And for mankind, who then conceives from them and gives birth to spirits. Now, if we remember the story of Noah, right? We remember that, God saying that my spirit will not live in, the sons of man, for over 120 years. So this reference is to that right there. So hold on, let me, I want to bring it up, but I don't really want to get into that. Hold on. Where we at here? Sons she bears from men visit the women of humankind, and then conceive from them and give birth to spirits. And all of them go to first Lilith, and she brings them up. Do we not know? Right? In Freemasonry, right? Hold on here. Change this, but I don't know. Ain't no like that. Right? Okay. And in Freemasonry, to be brought to, a Master Mason degree, you keep being pulled up. And these, Jabal is the hand grip, right? So in Freemasonry, that you are being indoctrinated and brought into this system, right? A 1340 Kabbalic treatise by Beya ben Ashir states Nama is one of the mates of the archangel Samuel, along with Lilith, Agat Bat, Amo, and Isbeth, right? State Esau took 4 wives and immutated himself. Right? So we know Esau, right? And we know what he did. So, he was, a luster of women and stuff like that, right? So even Esau, All right. So I thought I bowled this up for y'all. Anyway, I did. I guess it didn't look like the rest of them. Esau took wives for. All right. So let me see here. All right. Let's go and let's go back over here real quick. All right. And it goes, and all of them go to first Lilith, and she brings them up. I told you Freemasonry is vagina worship. The symbol of Freemasonry is a vagina. So we will be getting into this science real quick, right? A 1340 Kabbalic treatise by Baya and Ashi, right, states Neymar is one of the mates of the archangel Samuel, along with Lilith, Agat, Bat. This is I'm gonna get into him, right, and Ithlith, right. I don't know how to pronounce that. It is stated Esau took 4 wives in imitation to him. All right. Now, I always stated that the Masonic Lodge was a representation of the vagina, and everyone who enters it are forever bound to this wicked tradition of lies and murder. Yeah, murder. All right. So then we go Asmodeus, ancient Greek, right? Or Hebrew, right? Deviate, see below for other variations. Is a prince of demons, or in Judeo-Islamic law, one king of the earthly spirits called the Getios, mostly known from Deuteronomical books of Tobit, in which he is the prime antagonist. And Peters Benfield's classification of doubles, right? Odios Asmodeus represents lust, right? Right. The demon is also mentioned in some Talmudic legends. For instance, in the story of the construction of, hold on a minute here, my fault. All right. Okay, hold on. All right. The construction and the temple of Solomon. All right. So this is the Jabal and Jabal right here. You see them right here. The 2 pillars, right? Now, this is Solomon's temple, right? the name Asmodia is believed to derive from the Avestant, right, where asthma means wrath, and devious signifies demon, right? While the devia, whatever, is thus Zoroastrians. This is a religion, right? Zoroastrianism, a demon of wrath, right? Thus, a demon of wrath, right? I'm gonna show you what this is, so that way we don't have to be questioning, right? And this we bring up, right? An Iranian religion and one of the world's oldest organized faiths. So we're going to get into this too. I just don't, I'm not really good in the pronunciation of certain things. All right. So hold on. So, wrath, it is also well attested as such. And compound, right? Asmia devia is not attested in script. It is nonetheless likely that such a form did exist, and that the book of tablets, Asmodeus, right, in the Talmuds as Ashmedia, right, reflects it. In the Zoroastrian, the Middle Persian demology, right? Right. There did exist a conjunction from Kulad Dev, where both terms are cognates, right? The spelling abdomen and also, right, and have also been used. The name is alteredly spelled in the bastardized form based on the basic consistence, right? Now, the reason why I'm pointing out the basic in the bastardized form, right? If you remember when we looked into Hiram, just the name Hiram, we go into, that's the bastardized form of Harum. And Harum is where you would find Jesus, or better yet, Julius Caesar, being transformed into Jesus Christ. So when they tell you the name is altered spelling, alternately spelled in the bastardized form, it's burying its true nature, right? Based on basic consonants, right? Boom. Also, right, these are all of the different, ways of spelling it. All right. Some traditions have subsequently identified Shaddam as the father of Asmodeus, right? Asmodeus, right? The Jewish Encyclopedia of 1908 rejects the otherwise accepted etymology related between the Persian, right, and Judaism, claiming that the practicals, right, could not have become in the, right, such as a compound name never appeared in Persian sacred texts. Still, the encyclopedia proposed that the Asmodeus from the Apologia in the Testaments of Solomon are not only related somewhat to Asmia, but have similar behaviors, appearances, and roles. All right. To conclude, in another article under the entry, right, Asmia, whatever, right, in the paragraph, influence of Persian belief on Judaism. All right. Persian belief on Judaism. So when I tell you that you were dealing with a Babylonian faith, all of them come out of Babylon. Understand, the Persians, that area is Babylon. That Persian Zoroastrianism belief could have heavily influenced Judaism theology on the long term, bearing in mind that in some texts there are critically conceptual differences, while in other there seems to be a great deal of similarity, proposing a pattern of influence over folks' beliefs that would extend further in the mythology itself. However, the Jewish Encyclopedia asserts that although, right, does not occur in the Avestia in conjunction with Devia, it is probably the fullest form, such as, right, has existed, since it is paralleled by the latter Pavili form, right? Whatever, all of this Cash Mendev. Furthermore, it is stated that Asmodeus in Ashdia embodies the expression of the influence that the Persian religion or Persian popular beliefs has executed on Judaism. Right? The figure of Asmodeus in the Talmud is less marginal in character than the Asmodeus in Tobit, right? In the former, he appears repeatedly in the light of a good-natured and humorous fellow. But besides that, there is no feature in which he parallels Amadosis, as much as his desires turn upon Bathsheba, right? And later, Solomon's wives, right? Another Talmudic legend has King Solomon tricking Asmodeus into collaborating in the construction of the Temple of Jerusalem. So he's, in this legend, the Temple of Jerusalem is built and aided by a demon. Because remember, Solomon was not favored in God's eyes. He went against God and started worshiping other gods, right? And the demon god, one of his wife was Nema. Actually, is the only wife that is mentioned. And this is her association to Solomon's temple. Right? The story of King Solomon and Asmodeus. Another legend depicts Asmodeus throwing King Solomon over 400 leagues away from the capital by putting one wing on the ground and the other stretched skyward. He then changed places for some years with King Solomon. King Solomon returned as Medea fled from his wrath. Similar legends can be found in Islamic folklore. There, Amadeus is called Sakha, right? The rock or the stone or the stony one. Because in Islamic law, Solomon banished him into a rock after he takes his kingdom back from him. There he counts as the kings of the jinn. You know, like how you got a genie comes from jinn, you know. Where we at? Solomon banished him into a rock, right? So now this is according to Islam and Judaism. So the Christian is left with not knowing this background system that's right in front of him. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that there's another world happening. So he's following things off of lack of knowledge. Another passage described him as marrying Lilith, who becomes his queen. Right? Right? In this Testament of Solomon, a 1st through 3rd century text, the king invokes Asmodeus to aid in the construction of the temple. The demon appears to and predicts Solomon's kingdom will one day be divided. Testament of Solomon, verse 21 through 25. When Solomon integrates Asmodeus further, the king learns that Asmodeus is thwarted by the angel Raphael, as well as by steadfish found in a rival in the rivers of Assyria. He also admits to hating water and birds because both remind him of God. Now, if you know anything about Islam, right? You know that, Islam will tell you if you want proof of God, right? Just look at, the waters, the birds, and the trees, and you would have how could that be there if not for God, right? Asmodeus claims that he was born of a human mother and an angel father. Right? He was born of a human mother and angel father. In the lesser keys of Solomon, right? You want to look this stuff up. All of this stuff you want to take the time and go look up, right? Asmodeus appears as the king Asmode, and the Argito, right? You want to look this up too. This is reading, right? There he is said to have a seal of gold and listed as number 32 according to respective rank. He is strong, powerful, and appears with the 3 heads. The first is like a bull, the second like a man, and the third like a ram, and a tail of a serpent. and from his mouth issues flames of fire. Also, he sits upon the infernal dragon, holding a lance with a banner, and among the legions of Amirion, Asmodee governs the 72 legions of inferior spirits. You need to know this as well. We'll be getting into this stuff. All right. This is all playing a major part in Freemasonry, because if you go to Freemasonry and you look up King Solomon, just like I did with Tubal Cain, you would see there's a lodge for that, right? So then we can come over here. Now this is, right, govern 72 leagues of inferior spirits. Right, so we're going to go into this document real quick. Right, open this up for you. I'm going to go on the link, follow link. Right. All right. So I'm opening up the Lesser Keys of Solomon, right? So this is where, hold on, let me first go back into here, right? I'm going to slide you back over to my other screen, right? And it goes, right? So then we're going to open up the Google, and then we're going to get into the Lesser Keys, right? So the Lesser Keys of Solomon, Guetia, whatever, right? The Book of Evil Spirits, right? And so we see this right here. You see the Jewish, writing, right? Dr. L.W.D. Lawrence. All right, so you could go online. You can actually look this book up. You can see it for free. It's not impossible to see. Right, so I'm not going to go into it all for you. I'm just letting you see that you can actually read this book. It's not something that I'm just making up. I'm giving you the real connections, right? So it's the Lesser Keys of Solomon, the Book of Evil Spirits, contains 200 diagrams and seals for invocations and convictions of spirits, necromancy, witchcraft, and black arts. Translated from ancient manuscripts in the British Museum, London. Right? Ceremonial magic, only authorized edition extends published under the editorship of members of the Eastern Order of Sacred Mysteries. The Eastern Order. Pay attention to that. Right? Eastern Stars. Right? Copyright. Right? The illustration, covers, designs, and contents of this volume are protected by copyright and must not be reproduced or copied without written permission, right? So notice this work is protected by copyright. Boom, boom, boom. Right? So then You see his diagram after the Hebrew doctor, right? So then we can just look and just go through it. You can go look in yourself, and you can see these are the symbols, right? These are the symbols. I'm not going to get into all of this with you, not right now at least, and I really only if need be will I focus on this part. I don't think that it's necessary for me to put a lot of energy into this, all right? So then we're going to come up here, pull up the lesser keys of Solomon, right? And as you can see, it comes out to, well, let me see, move myself here. As you can see, it's basically the book that you can go and read, right? So you can, this is just give you the brief rundown, right? The 72 demons. And if you notice, those are the same icons and pictures, right? So you can see, if you look, hold on, let me see if I can zoom in close real quick, right? Okay. So if you look, you can even notice, like, say this one right here, you can see a smiley face, you can see this face, right? You can see right here, right? So you can see that these are emulations of certain things. So let me slide over here, right? See all of this, see them, understand, take the time, right? See the faces, right? Anyway, so we back over here, right? The text is more properly called Livingstone's Calvaria Solomentios, right? The Little Keys of Solomon. The title most commonly used, the Lesser Keys of Solomon, does not in fact occur in the manuscript A.E. Waite in the 1898 book of Black Magic and of Pax, does not of Black Magic and of Pax, right? You can actually, like I said, I put this stuff here, so if you want to do your own, personal research, you can. I show you where you can get the books at, so it's not hard for you to, most of this stuff you can get on PDF and stuff like that. Does use the term so-called greater keys. Now, when I was coming up, you didn't have the internet, so you had to really go and actually possess the books and stuff like that. All right? The so-called greater keys, lesser keys. All right? To distinguish between the Solomon and Lexington, so he may have been the first one to coin it. The Latin term gotia refers to the evocation of demons and evil spirits. The evocation of, right, and evil spirits. It is derived from the ancient Greek, right? Once again, right? Word meaning charm, right? Witchcraft, right? Or jugglery, right? Now, jugglery, I want you to actually take a little second to see, right? Wait, let me see. Juggler. It's actually a hustle. It's a crime. I'm trying to see jugglery attention to practice juggling, especially say nah. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up in another interview in another time. But yeah, it's a crime. And hold on a minute here. Let me close this back for you for a second. Right? And then in medieval and Renaissance Europe, Gautier was generally considered evil and heretical, right? In contrast to Thurig, right? Or bad guy natural magic, which were sometimes considered more noble. All right, hold on. All right, which considered more noble. All right. Um, in his 3 books of occult philosophy, writes, now the part of the ceremonial magics are Gautier and Thurig, right? Gautier is unfortunate by the circumstances of unclean spirits made up of the rites of wicked curiosities, unlawful charms, and descriptions, deprecations, and is abandoned and exclusive by all laws. All right. Okay. Right now, the part of the ceremonial magic are Gautier and the Rigria. Gautier is unfortunate by the commensuraries of unclear spirits made up the rite of wicked curiosities, unlawful depictions, and is abandoned and executed by all laws. All right. So I wanted to get back into this dude right here. No, my fault. Where we at? Because I wanted to go back into the demon, and we got to go into understanding what happened here. All right, she and Lilith, children, enticement. Where we at? Boom, boom, boom. All right, because he's the I want y'all to see him actually, because I took this off of another page, so forgive me if it's still my page, but I didn't take the time to really lay it out the way I have it up there. So, right, let's see. I think this is it right here. Right. Right. All right, so I don't want it in that. I'd rather take it in here. All right. All right, so I'm going to copy and bring a picture over for you. All right. Let's go into here. Come back down. All right. All right, so now you see, we had the description. We were saying he was sitting on, he had the lizard's tail, the heads, all of this, right? So this is the description of the devil, right? That comes from the wickedness of, the women, of this certain kind of women, right? Now, this kind of women would be like the description of many people might look at Jada Pickett, somebody who would use you up, for you just wanting them. Like you didn't see them not wanting you. You was just so engulfed in wanting them that they can use this against you. You know? So then this guy who we gonna get into, him, he's actually based on real life. You know, when they came to worshiping, you know, these people, it's not for, you know, some outdoor realm. They're worshiping them and for what they have done, the enslavement that they have put in on the people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let me get into him. I want you to see exactly what I mean. So forgive me if I, you know, take a little time because I hate leaving things unanswered. I hate just leaving this like this and showing you the devil worshiping aspect of it without showing you the human form. You know what I mean? Because they worship man. You know what I mean? While they get you following, you know, whatever. So it'll be, I'm just looking right here real quick because it's inside here so I can actually pull it back up, right? We're gonna check in, we're gonna get into this Zoroastrian lust, okay. All right, boom, boom. Judo-Islamic, the king especially, lust. Damn, I wish I, damn. Matter of fact, we can go up here, right? Because when they talk about Tubal-Cain Nema, boom, boom, boom. Forgive me if I'm encyclopedia is a demon described, right? Boom, boom, boom. She originated Tubal-Cain. All right, boom, boom. Separate on the years. All right, so boom, boom. Oh, here we go. I believe this is it. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Search. Nah, okay, this ain't that. These are the daughters, the 4 women. Damn. Where is it at? The variation, Prince of Demons, ancient Greek. No, this ain't that. Well, this is the temple. So he's helping with the temple. And there's a historical, see, I should have did this differently. Both. Right. Yeah, I'm now I'm feeling like I gave you a half-ass bit of information. The information is solid, but I wanted to show you the actual person, right? The how the Jews see the way they operate is they'll switch things up and turn it into the mystical form while they know the actual form. So inside of Lilith, right? She gave birth. Wait, here we go, because it's inside the temple. So the building of the temple, the demon's wrath, boom, boom, boom. Right? I don't want to have to go in here, even though I can go in there, and get it. There's Bastardized form. Damn, I hate doing it like this. Matter of fact, I could probably just go into my other file. Alright. I'm just that type of person. I don't like leaving things in a half-ass, kind of way. Forgive me here real quick. I'm trying to pull this up. All right, this is the hypnosis side. Boom, boom. Some of the Octum Razor. We're gonna get into that. Scientific community. See how they braid, right? Margaret Mason, Scotland. All of this is very, very important. All right, so we'll go out of here for now with that. Okay. So cognitive behavior. Like, this is the show that we're doing. So I'm not gonna go through all of this just for that. I'll just actually pull it up because I gotta continue that anyway. It's not like a one thing. So we're going to go into the rituals of King Solomon's temple. We will be dealing with the Hiram Lodge and revealing them. We will, this is the Solomon, and his followers. So we got Hiram, we got Enoch, we got David, right? We have a few of them, and we'll be covering the Eastern Star side of it as well. So with this, we will be getting back into Judaism as the human form. But I really wanted to, on this one, I guess the reason why I did it like this is because I just really wanted to focus on the devil worshiping. Right. So I know they mad. I mean, I know they kind of happy. They mad that I'm bringing this up, but I know they happy. I didn't show you his name. The person who they really attributed to that based on. I'm gonna give you the rundown so I know. So when I do bring it up for you, one thing I like me. I guess I agree with Einstein with. Like, a lot of stuff ain't really necessary to hold into your brain as long as you can go and get it for somebody. Don't hold certain information because there's so much greater information for me. You know what I mean? Like, that one individual thing is just a talking point so I can easily, maybe not easy as right now, this second, but I can easily go and pull it up for you and lead somebody into that conversation. So I don't need to hold that as important as me getting out to you how the system works. The certain people, that's only the staple, you know what I mean? But the system is deeper than, the person or people. They just there as a point, like see the connection type of a thing. All right. So matter of fact, I could probably go back over to here. Let's see, just bring her up. All right. You know, I hate getting the smoke into my mic. To my mic guard. All right. So let's search Neymar. Right? Neymar, Genesis, demon, right? Wife of Solomon. All right. See rabbinic lecture. All right. So I want to come inside here. I want to see the story of no. I was hoping it was inside here. See, I know it's in here, but see, Neymar, a princess of Amman, right? Present day Jordan, who arrived in Jerusalem at age 14 to marry King Solomon, and of all his wives became the mother of his destiny. So think about it. Out of all of the women, his destiny came to be devil worshiping. You know, so when you see these lodges and you thinking that it's not religious and these type of things, it's not, but it is. What we as the masses perceive as a religion is not necessarily what the controller sees as a religion. Right? Could just be honoring, you know, certain people and certain actions. You know, so I really on this one, like I said, I was really just showing you Judaism and its dark secrets with devil worshiping, with this. Look, I just showed you 72, the demons, right? This is all, a part of their system. You can go look into, the lesser keys of Solomon, right? And you can go and you take the time and notice and know that you are engaging in a system that's running game on you, and they worship those who have put a system of putting a bind on you. So what we might consider God, these devils or wicked type of people who find ways to enslave the brain, they honor them. So then they change them up. Remember, you find Harum, right? Let me show you like this. Once again, we're just gonna go to something different, right? Mm-hmm. Harum. King, but this is saying the singer. So you got different, because that's how they bury it within these different um things. Hold on a minute here. Let's go into Julius Caesar's gravesite.
After passing away, Julius Caesar was buried in Temple of Caesar.
Temple of Caesar. Right? So let me go in here real quick. I'm going to just show you how this works. Temple of Caesar. Right? So then we come down here. Right? Let's look for the that's the money. Right. All right. So then we go. Let me see. I'm looking. It's right here, but I'm gonna make the right name. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Where we at? Architecture. All right. Plans. Boom, boom, boom. So. I gotta leave this weed alone. Where we at? Where we at? Forum. Boom, boom, boom. Temple of Mars. Where we at? Where we at? Architecture. Boom, boom, boom. There you can see they make sure that all of this structure is still placed in your brain. Pay attention to the structures. Already covered this stuff, so I'm not gonna go into this for you. I'm just really looking at a certain material. Anything else, I'm not really. If you want to learn this stuff already, I'm showing you where it's at. I'm showing you, I already went through this information for you. So I'm just really here showing anybody who is just walking in the door something real quick. I would think you really what I'm looking for is the purples. It's like, because I know I already clicked on it. So I'm just thinking this should have already popped up inside the architecture. I told you I'm off right now. Today was not the day. Temple. No, hold on. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Buildings, right? So you have the different structures, but inside, hold on, let me see. Inside of these structures, you will find that name. And then from then, you will understand how they flipped the script on you and turned his actual burial site into the name. So that way you would be thrown off. But I'm saying, like, so imagine in today's time, we say, you know, a grave. So they change grave around to be the name of the person, and that's where you would find, you know, the person at. So it's an ill scheme that they did. I'm really not into that part right now. Like I said, I really just was trying to get into the Satan worshiping aspect. If there is what you would call Satan, you know what I mean? Like if that's a real person, I look at Satan as these actions, this wicked train of thought and lying while holding, only thing that's giving them the authority is us not addressing the lie. Meaning that if we are so occupied on everything other than the lie, we can't address the lie. And if we can't address the lie, they can keep us running in circles. You can keep somebody running in circles until they find out that, wait a minute, the whole structure of everything that kept us all in this web was based on these elements. And so they saw these elements and they intertwined it in our daily lives. So if you go out of one thing, you would still be going, against all of these other things, and that's supposed to pull you back in to the lie. You understand what I'm saying? So the lie is so intricate that if you try to investigate the lie, everybody else is gonna look at you like, yo, you bugging. You bugging. While the lie must be able to be revealed in order for other people to be indoctrinated and keep it going. If that makes sense. If it's like you have a lie, right? And this lie is what's controlling the people. So you can't just give this secret in their mind. You can't give this secret away to anybody or they'll blow it. So you have to be the most, despicable, this, that, and the third. And so they have, the satanic church, the streets, and these things. And those who can be the cruelest, they can hold that seat. Those who can be deceitful, those who can lie, kill, murder, have no morals and principles, you are given that through the other code, the street code. You understand what I'm saying? So that street life is the promise of them being able to sit in that seat. But if you never knew the truth, you will always be used as a tool because of your curiosity and your investigation. Like, if I was curious enough to have joined that group, I would be so engulfed in all of that, I would never find out this. If that makes sense to you. So do I believe in devil worshiping? Yeah, of course. Due to the fact that these are the devils, right? They put themselves in every aspect of your life, right? Your God is this white guy now. Your music is what we tell you. Your advancements is based on class, right? The environment that you put in, we can cause anything we want to happen in it. We can place drugs in there. We can place gangs in there. They prove it. And so with that ability to cause that confusion is how a group of people stay distracted. Because within there, inside of our group, any group, any of the less, right? The misfortune, the most misfortunate has to just be convinced that, look, they didn't care about you. They used to make fun of you. They used to do this, right? For you to have enough hate for those people that you would aid and abet on their destruction. So you have a system that can advance, right? That's advancing based off of these wicked actions, right? But in their wicked actions, they'll find the scapegoat, the sucker, within that same community that they already are oppressing, even if it's not in a certified physical way, but you're oppressing through finances and, living conditions, just everything, right? Because you dictated it and you set it up. And while you were setting it up, they was always distracted. And then the devil will say, hey, well, nobody told you to do that. Because the devil don't work like that. The devil works off of suggestion. That's where the hypnosis and the mesmerism comes in. The mesmerism is the showmanship. So then you pulled into this. There's hypnotic spell through the words. And the mesmerism of the shiny things. So then they can sit around and go, well, nobody told you to do that. No, everything, your TV shows, your movies, your radio, your records, everything. Your magazines, your books, everything that you see that you give to these people is suggesting that this is what it is. Now, say if I have you in poverty, right? Now, while you in there, I take that environment and I make you see it as the only way to escape this environment is to perform these things. And how do you know? You place enough people to make it a reality. Right? So you enter the people's minds in every form, right? Look, we take money, right? Whose structure you see, what structure you see, right? We take the stars, right? We take the days, months, weeks, all of that was based on a calendar that's based on solar stars and all of that, right? And if you take all of that and you make all of that white, right? So then we look at all of the different levels, right? You take the structures, you put your symbols on them, right? The way you design the city, take DC, and you see, the same type structure, right? So then when we look at all of this stuff and we go suggestion, you're putting yourself in a superior stance and everything around them is that structure. All right. I'm gonna see if this is it right here. Um Pardon me, I'm over here looking at some. I really wanna find this one thing. And I don't know why it keeps doing that. Like if I click back, it like automatically sends me all the way the fuck out. Like what the fuck is that stupid shit, man? I don't understand that. I wasn't doing that before. Yeah, nonetheless, when we look and we understand, what suggestion is, and we understand what hypnotism and mesmerism is, right? Then we can understand a system that was set up not by accident, on purpose, with this understanding, right? We can see it in everything that we look around us because we go, wait a minute. Oh, oh. And then as we constantly have these conversations, we see the group of people who even pop up in Judaism and these other things. So we start to see a trend. Because that's what I'm really doing. I'm keep showing you a trend and hoping you just catch it. Like I keep pointing out certain things, right? And I go, they'll catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you show it to them and you going, wow, okay. If you ain't noticing certain thing keeps popping up, and you not and it's going over your head, right? Even when they say Demon King, Africa and Questamone, right, every night, but she leaps away every time and takes multiple forms to entice men, and you not understanding what this stuff is saying, right? Esau took 4 wives in imitation to him. Esau was wicked. He had 4 wives who was just as so, right? But how come the ancient Greeks keep popping up, right? We understand the what do you call them? The Jews, when according to the New Testament, that was when they, left out of the Greeks, right? And the Romans, right? So I'm just telling you certain things. I'm not even gonna get into it. We just gonna keep pointing these certain things out. And with that, you'd be like, okay, the person should understand what is being said. So when we look at this, we understand that there is a system. I told you, King Solomon released, not King Solomon, King James released 2 Bibles, the Holy Bible and the Satanic Bible. right? From my understanding, we can go check that out, you know. Food delivery work on scooter. Wait, hold on. I was looking at something there. Shot to death in Forest Hill, Queens. Uh, um, who? Um, Satanic Bible. Stein. No. So they saying in the Bible collection of essays, right, in 1969. But I have wait, right, is the New King James Version satanic? No. Sitting in the Bible, King James Bible, yeah. Right. Following articles, right? First, there was some, right? I probably can't see that shit anywhere, right? Yeah, I can't see that shit. But from my understanding, King James, played the history of King James Bible, the Bible version of Satanism. Abraham, seven phones, boom, boom. Well, anyway, um, to understand that you have a hidden meaning, right? You can see the Jews, you can see their mysticism and its connection with the darkness. You can learn about Judaism and you can see so much more. I'm gonna actually do some more on the next one because, like I said, we're gonna get into the justification because the dark side would be the justification. Because remember, you cannot, become a Freemason if you don't believe in God. Because that way, how else would they introduce you to the mysticism and the wickedness and all of these other things to keep you still in a new bind? It's still the same structure of control. Just because they breaking you from one don't mean they freeing you from another. That's just that. You know what I mean? You can take it as you want it. You know what I mean? Y'all can sit there and go, nah, he tripping. He's showing me the books though. He's telling me where I can look it up. He's not just, what I mean, just rambling on. Sure, today, some of it I blanked out on, but I can go into other videos and still show you the same information. That was just like an add-on. My whole objective of this was to show you the science of Solomon's temple, how it's connected to Neema, and how she pops up two times. Then you have um Judaism, mysticism in Aramaic, like Muslim law with these same individuals in it. So there's a whole world that the Christian or whatever is not exposed to. So then when they're exposed to another side, it can be used against them as well. right? Because Judaism, as above is below and all of that, it's both sides. While you will always understand things in a one-sided, whether the good or the bad, and not looking at the one who's controlling the game. Because the woke community acting like each individual group is the one who's waking up. No, they all working together for a universal understanding, meaning that you could be talking to this group over here and you could be talking to that group over there, right? And you could see where they all can get along while at the same time professing this conflict amongst one another. So it's a con. It's a con, and in most cases they won't know. They'll just be like, okay, well, we come under this thing, say Islam or whatever, so we keep the peace. But yet and still, we still argue amongst each other, and that's chicanery. Because for everybody else, they seeing the bickering, but they overlooking the overall message, the suggestive message. That's what they overlooking. They overlooking the suggestive message. They don't see it within the TV. Pardon me. They don't see it within the TV. They don't see it. They don't hear it in the music. So when it's given to them by individuals in conversations and so forth, they don't realize that they was already given it. This suggestive state. Learn hypnotism, learn mesmerism, and you will truly understand when you hear these conversations. When you hear them, I don't mean me, when you hear the shill in the crowd, when you'll be able to literally spot them. Not because of a certain way, but because of certain things. Suggestion is ill, man. It's ill. To be able to use suggestion on the person who has been programmed. That's why I tell you, do not. I repeat, especially the dudes, because is the bound is being put on the men. Through the woman in her well, I'm gonna get into it, but in her lackey, her little dude boy, the all of the alphabet crew. You know what I mean? The whole alphabet crew is her lackey in this new, that's why I told you I was listening to Star the other day, and he was asking, are men being bullied? And the gay dude basically confirmed it. He was like, yeah, it's our turn now. But a lot of people don't know what he's referring to. So one of the dudes on the show like, yeah, you know, we men, that ain't, and I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand. So I'm giving you the understanding and why you should never watch TV in the dark. You know, because of the flickering lights, the flickering of the lights. Why you should never watch TV laying down. You know, through the eye fixation, you know, and you know, your eyelids to be put in this relaxive state. You know what I mean? To while you laying down with who you might not know, might be somebody, you know, using this on you, the touching and the certain things, and you know, you falling asleep and you getting these suggestive messages. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't even, like I said, and it doesn't have to be that individual. You understand what I'm saying? That individual could be used as well. Not everybody is in on the scheme. But it's the trend. Oh, we got this. We're supposed to do it. You can't watch TV without. All of those things are for a reason. To keep you in a certain bind. Look at the trends of what's going on and you would understand. So I'm going to take you into, I told you the large represents the vagina. So right there alone, you're supposed to have some fucking sense. Right? Hold on. Freemasonic symbol. Right? So.
Square and compass.
Yes.
According to mysterious
Okay. Right? Now, if you look right here, if you take away, you know, these little parts right here, hold on, I'm sorry. All right? Take away that and just look on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Just right here. Just look at this right here. Look at this. Look on the inside, right? See the symbol, right? See it. See the clitoris up on top. This right here is psychological in your brain. Hypnotism. Celtic symbol. Once,
I'll pull up some images for you.
Once again, you see the vagina symbol placed within it, right? See right there, right? See right there. See how it's placed inside of there? It's placed there, placed into your brain. And I say that because when you watching certain shows, say Force, and you see the guy with the Celtic symbol, remember he's Irish, and you see the Celtic symbol placed there. Right? Egyptian Ankh. All right?
Here are a few possible.
Right? So we're gonna go back here again. We're gonna go into Egyptian Ankhs. Right? As you see again. Hold on. Let me see if you can see this one right here. How they'll deliberately start shifting, the imagery. Right? So when you understand what, hypnotism is and how is it being used on you, I'm showing you the different designs, but still giving your brain the same image. So now when you see this image, you should be paying attention to the messages of those people. How they will use certain things to try to even bind you to even give any resistance, because they're using these suggestive wordings to trigger a message that was given to you. So that's why when you ask about hypnosis and they say, well, what is your natural waking state? Because consciousness, what is consciousness? Based on what? Like what it would be the difference from a suggestive state, and they would base it on your waking state. But then they also say that hypnosis could be short or long term. So when you understand what is being placed in front of you and you listen to certain people talk, that's why I say, they built an army off of the gay community. You get rid of the fathers, you turn them into this, and you can go and take out a church that once you was actually promoting, oh yeah, Jesus, this, that, and the third, right? In order to convince the people. And now you can throw that away because you use that system to break all of these men that you hated. You build an army off of, the that's why you look at, the mother with the son on the lap, and through history, Mary, and the father is this mystery, the message. The takeover was happening. But don't think that they are not being used in the same system. Just like you had the Salem witch hunts and all of that. No, this system is very, very wicked. It uses any and everybody to get the full control. You look at, the Jews, there was a guy talking, and he basically tells you, everybody else is slaves, they servants for us. So don't think that this system, when I'm saying it, it's, oh no, it's this women thing. Nah, nah, nah. They had the phallic symbols, right? Didn't they use the the obelisk, right? Isn't that, the Washington Monument, right? So don't think that it's a one-way street. Nah, it's using and abusing both sides to get the outcome that you want. They come into a lodge. You got the Eastern Stars. You going in there. You got Kappas, Deltas, all of that. And so they can promote a message while not being that themselves. So they dodge the bullet while they keep a chaos ensuing within the community. And and once you do that, you leave yourself open for the predators. You fall into the trap of beefing with your significant other, and you have a whole other system ready to swoop in and take this. But then if you are dealing with certain people, they're gonna use this system against you. They're gonna use that system that's set up to manipulate you because it benefits them. In their mind, hey, y'all did it, y'all came at us like that. Why not? Dudes is out here doing a whole bunch of things. So yeah, we can promote raping men and, homosexuality. Yeah, get what y'all was doing to us. A system designed like that. A system designed for people who have hatred for somebody to be able to dictate and move the whole system. That's why you got certain people that didn't even they were just using it as an excuse. They didn't even live life. You have to have those ill feelings towards somebody else. As far as we know. Now, it could have been, like I said, in the dark, could have been wicked things that happened. You know what I mean? All I know is because of this constant use of the wickedness is how a certain group of people keep maneuvering us. All they gotta do is come in and suggest stuff. All we gotta do is have somebody with enough conviction to spread it through, or enough charisma to spread it through. PhD, player hater degree, or me against the world, only God can judge me. Those sayings alone dictated a lot of the society that you see today. Only God can judge me. Very feminine to me. PhD, everybody player hating. Very feminine to me. I have no friends. That was stuff that, you would hear with broads when, you trying to link up and you trying to put your man on. I don't know. You never seen dudes say they didn't have friends. He's always got friends for your homegirls. You fattest chick in the world, nigga. I got somebody, man. I got somebody. When it was in reverse, it was nah. I don't hanging with bitches. You can't be trusting bitches. This, that, and the third. So now I'm seeing that being the promotion of dudes. And so that this was when you investigate and you can see at certain things and you can know the feminine aspect of it. You understand what I'm saying? So you just be like, yeah, I hear you. You know what I mean? For some people it's a good thing, like I said, but those people are all and contribute to all of everybody else's destruction. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Trust me, we are going to get into it. I just wanted to really just take the time to drop that. I'm about to slide out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat my food and smoke some of my weed and chill. So until the next time, peace.